I know it. No, I do it. I did it. No, I get it. I'm doing my introduction, and then I'm going to put on something that can run and give me a break to get out there.
Time last night, at least say, tell me we did. I know we had a wonderful time last night, and so hard I couldn't hardly keep it here. Heard a lot of talk about your candy shop. I would like to try a lollipop. I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did. I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did. I know we had a wonderful time last night, so hard I couldn't hardly keep it here. Well, I was sitting in the corner just as quiet as a lamb. I wasn't too quiet to hear the back door slam. Well, I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wait a minute. We had a great party at our house. It was Robert's birthday party. Gee, I guess it was Sunday. Must have been. We had a good party. Seems like last night.
Well, I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did. I know we had a wonderful time last night, so hard I couldn't hardly keep it here. Just two old maids laying in the bed, one rolled over to the other one and said, well, I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did. Well, I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did. I know we had a wonderful time last night, and so hard I couldn't hardly keep it here. Heard a lot of talk about your candy shop. I would like to try a lollipop. I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did.
Can you believe we're running just a little behind?
Well, I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did. Well, I know we had a wonderful time last night, so hard I couldn't hardly keep it here. Well, I was sitting in the corner just as quiet as a lamb. I wasn't too quiet to hear the back door slam. Well, I know we had a wonderful time last night, at least say, tell me we did.
I believe I made it to the city. Whoa, I believe I made it to the city. God knows it's a beautiful city. The 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah.
I got 5
amen. The 3 gates in the east. 3 gates in the west. 3 gates in the south. 3 gates in the north. Well, there's 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah, amen. Whoa, what a beautiful city. Whoa, what a beautiful
I'll give you 2
city.
microphones.
It's a beautiful city. 12 gates to the city. Hallelujah, amen.
There's 2 microphones.
Wow.
Oh, good. No, one for you and one for Claire. Good.
Come on in, Larry. Happy Thursday, everybody. Welcome to the Tea Party. The mad scientist will be in shortly.
What a beautiful city.
Quicker than you think. There.
Quicker than you think.
Okay, quick question. How many gates to the city?
How many gates to the city?
Come on, we were just told. How many gates to the city? 12 gates to the city.
12 gates.
It's in the song.
Oh,
I
I
think we
only
should
jumped
have
through one. I only drove
Yeah.
through one today, and there was no toll, so
I think we should have a Mad Tea Party Trivial Pursuit.
that would be awesome.
Yeah.
that would be
For all the
awesome.
people that normally get to see it or come onto the show, then they already know the answers.
And how are you this Thursday?
I'm fine. I'm getting ready for the fireworks tomorrow night.
Yeah, happy 4th of July. Hope everyone's having a safe 4th of July. Make sure that everyone is careful with their fireworks and also where they land. It's not just shooting them off. It's remember what goes up comes down, and often it comes down on fire. So watch your neighbors' lawns and roofs and stuff like that.
But just as long as they're pretty colors, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, they'll be nice colors. It'll be a wallpaper project in the
There
sky.
you go. There you go.
You know, are you filming it?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I'm going to be up at the parking garage down on Emma.
Yeah.
Up in the, yeah.
Well, awesome.
Get a perfect view right there. I also heard that Weaverville has them at the same time, and Lake Julian has them at the same time, and I think Hendersonville has them at the same time. So all the areas that have them at the same
Yeah.
time, between 9 and
So
10:30.
you got to pick and
Yeah,
choose.
there's
huh?
no way I can only do one show.
Right.
Normally I try to get to a couple of them. They usually offset it because we have a nice weekend cutoff.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to be able to go. So they're just, they're going for broke and actually having it on 4th this year.
Right.
I don't know if it was last year
Well,
or the year
usually
before, it was on
the
3rd.
The fireworks last longer than the 4th, but yeah, the official city celebrations and yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's convenient for them to have it on
Yeah.
the Friday night. That way they can have all the other celebrations afterwards
Right.
throughout the weekend, which I'm not sure what they are. But
I'm sure there's going to be lots of great food and
yeah,
festivities and barbecue and people getting together
Now, if I
and
remember
baseball games and
last year at this time they were still doing construction down here, right? On College, they were still digging and whatnot.
Yeah.
So this is really the first year that it's more prepared
it's
than
more
before.
prepared opened up. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what their actual ending finalization ideas are of down to in front of the courthouse and everything
Yeah.
else, because I believe there's supposed to be a theatrical kind of stage and a batch
For
of
4th of July?
Well, I don't know about
Yeah.
4th of July, but I think they're supposed to do an outside theater kind of thing in the plans later on.
Oh, really?
I saw some drawings a while back, and
Yeah.
I didn't know which way it's going. I heard something about I don't know if it's a city
That
or
would be
somebody
that would
sold
be
some
awesome.
property to a
That would help
developer or
out. That would
something.
help out with impromptu jam sessions down
Oh, yeah.
there and
just go down there
Yeah.
and do it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
our property, so
yeah.
you don't have to.
And it's a
arrange it with
wonderful
anybody.
area.
Oh, it's a
a
beautiful
wonderful area. You know, all of Pack Square is wonderful. It was, it's great for the people to go down there and relax, and you can have lunch, and you can enjoy a nice day, and you have those trees down there, and
Well,
know.
I still enjoy how they are able to get their do their peace strikes and whatnot in the front there.
Yeah.
Near the statue. I mean,
Yeah.
that's their property to do that.
Yeah.
And I just I don't know of any other designated city that has a designated area that allows you to
for
do.
people to express themselves. Right? Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm glad they have a place to speak and a place to go.
And they could speak on your TV too.
And,
If you're out there, come
great.
down to the tea party. Thursdays 4 to 7, and Fridays from 4 to 6. Yep. Good tea, good company, and lots of conversation and music too sometimes. Oh, we have music here too. And you can ask the mad scientist any scientific question you want. and he will have an answer for you.
It may not be the exact one that you're really looking for, but he'll still give you an explanation.
If you're having problems with sound, he'll solve them for you. He's the scientist. And he makes a good tea, too. We have good
It's
tea
great
here.
tea. Many
He's
different
very
kinds all the
particular
time.
about his tea. It has to be good, yeah. Steep just right, porcelain pots, right
Short
temperature.
Short
He's-
snout.
Yeah, and occasionally we have some good cookies in here too, so that's good. But yeah, 4th of July is just coming around tomorrow.
Good cookies.
Yes,
Good
great
cookies.
4th of July is usually one of my favorite holidays. It's just one of those nice holidays where you get together and be relaxed, and enjoy your friends and so forth. You
Well,
know,
it's definitely a barbecue weekend. Not
Yeah.
that I get one, but
yeah.
So, who's having a party? We had a party at our house, and one of my roommates is pushing to have a party again. But my other roommate and I, we're pushing for we should go to someone else's party because we just had one.
Right.
but you're gonna find
Gotta
out
do the
who's having
rotation.
one.
Yeah, I don't know who's having one.
Yeah,
But there's
those kind of things should be
fireworks.
posted. You know.
Huh?
I said those kind of things should be posted.
Are you still thinking of doing the live tea party for Belshare?
Yeah.
I like that
But
idea a lot.
It won't be actually down. It'll be on the outskirts of Belshire.
Anywhere in Asheville, it's the live Belshare show, so it's
It'll be on the outskirts.
I think that'd be awesome.
And y'all were talking about some cookies, so I wanted to bring some of
Oh
my
yeah.
favorite cookies and go ahead and get them on the table because you can go ahead and begin some.
Is Matt Howard coming in today? Is he?
I don't have any idea.
You heard from him?
He might be working. I
Yeah.
don't know.
He sounded ill the last show he called in
Yeah,
a little
but
bit.
he's been back
Yeah.
to work now,
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah, he and Doris came to our. Robert had a birthday party. It was Robert Casey Waters'
Oh yeah.
birthday party, and we fired up the grill and had we had a couple of maniacs in the backyard
And we had a rainbow.
throwing frisbees on the roof.
We had a rainbow.
You gotta be careful of the frisbees.
Yeah.
They fly.
We had frisbees on the roof, and look at that. Now that's.
That looks beautiful.
You said the last time you were here when it was the Media Fest tea party,
right.
and you said. You said to me, you said a lovely tea table.
You said a lovely tea.
Do
Yeah.
you remember saying that?
Yes, I do. And you do.
And anyway, so this is show and tell. That's why this
That's what I was gonna say.
thrown on the tea table.
I just told people to call in if they have any sound problems to ask the mad scientist. He'll solve them. You know.
Wow. But I don't want to make you late for your thing, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna be as soon as you set up. I'm gonna bolt it.
You can go before.
Okay.
We're here and
Well, folks, I'm going to hand the tea party over to Mad Scientist, and thanks for watching. And come on down. If you're getting off work, come down to URTV for some tea and conversation. Enjoy your Thursday and enjoy your 4th of July. Remember, what goes up hot comes down hot. So watch your neighbors' roofs, watch your lawns, because it's pretty dry out there.
watch your head.
Watch your head.
Keep looking up, right?
Have a good day.
In short, keep looking up.
See ya.
Hey. All right.
See you later.
You come to the tea party?
I'm all alone.
All right. That's right. I can always count on you to sit there in silence. Wave your arms about. Do something.
Is it? No, maybe it's because my 3D glasses.
It is fuzzy, but it's not fuzzy on all the cable. It's just fuzzy on our cable.
Okay, I guess it's all that matters.
In just this room. I'll go outside and let me go out and look in the front office and see.
Okay.
Really pay attention. What does it look like here?
Okay, can you hear anything? Okay. I know that guy. Yes, I do. No, but I am incorporated with the people in the back of it.
I couldn't hear that part.
I said I am incorporated with the people that are in back of it.
yeah, you work for them, don't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big teapot.
Huh?
That's a big teapot.
Yes, it is. It's even bigger than the one that
Ralph.
Ralph has. Yeah. Let's see. Oh. What do you think? I'll sit down for just a second.
Okay.
I was hoping some of y'all would have some cookies. That's all.
Well, I do want to say something to somebody I know who's watching.
All right.
I want to say hi to Judson. Thank you very much for that great piece of art you gave me the other night. It's already hanging up, and because I know he's watching. Now, what I have here is data software for you. Okay, it's got 2 zip files on it. Okay, so that's for you.
Is that robotics?
They said that that's what got packaged with it, so
Oh, wow.
I'm hoping that'll do you.
Okay, what else you got?
This is in case Matt Howard comes by, and if he can give this to Megan, or she wants to take some of my stuff and cut it up.
Right.
I made it to the 48-hour film project last night, the awards.
Oh, and?
Kurt's group got, I don't know what you call it, favorites of a certain group. They were in the A group, so I guess it was audience favorite or something like that. I don't know what the thing was, but there were a lot of good films, a lot of good people there.
They must have had a lot of rednecks in that group.
Yeah.
Because,
Or at least acting in rednecks, anyway.
yeah.
That was good.
Kurt and his girlfriend both.
Yeah.
Fairly refined.
I never met Lauren before. She's real nice. She acted as if she knew me. I mean, she picked me right out of a crowd. She says, "Hey, you're Marsha's dad."
Yeah. Have you heard her sing? You haven't heard her sing?
No, I didn't know she sang. She sings?
This is the thin girl with the black hair. She's an opera singer.
You're kidding me.
No.
Why didn't anybody tell me
And
these
she's
things?
way good. Nobody
Nobody told me that.
Seriously, she is. I've hung out with opera singers and recorded opera singers and stuff, and I know, and I've recorded worse than this. She was good.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I used to record classical music and opera and stuff for public radio.
My favorite one is Martha from Flotau. It's an Italian opera. It was supposed to be comedy, but it's sad.
Oh.
And they used it for the background music on the movie Breaking Away.
Yeah.
Ma Paris.
Cool.
Hey.
Hey, you've got some Byzantine icons.
Actually, you know,
Russian Orthodox.
actually, those Russian Orthodox icon, these were actually painted by my aunt.
Really?
Who studied under a Russian Orthodox monk.
Cool.
On how to create these, and all the pigments and stuff are used. She grinds rocks and stuff. And
Yeah,
all,
totally.
You know, it's all done by the proper method, which is really the only way you can come up with, the right
Yeah.
thing. And she paints these, and she makes them for churches and different things, and she
Cool.
also has them in an art gallery up in Massachusetts, I think,
Yeah.
or Maine, and.
I've got a friend. He's written a couple of books on Russian Orthodox monastic or Greek Orthodox and all that. He speaks Greek and Russian and all that. And he
Is
does
it Greek or Russian?
He's not. He's English.
It's both Greek and Russian Orthodox.
Yeah.
There's written on. Okay.
There's Greek Orthodox, Russian Orthodox, Serbian Orthodox, Romanian Orthodox. They're just kind of like,
I've been hanging out with a Lithuanian lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Testy.
His name is Ziggy.
Ziggy.
Yeah, he's been driving the fish up.
Zigluski? Ziggy who?
Ziggy. We don't go any further than Ziggy right now.
Does he have long hair?
No, not particularly, not at all. No, he doesn't live here in Asheville.
No?
He lives down in Kitty Hawk.
Okay.
And he drives the fish up now on Wednesdays. You know, I do my fish run on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And deliver to the restaurants.
Okay.
All right. There we go.
Sibilance.
Yeah. Well, the film festival thing last night went really well,
It
didn't it?
was great.
Yeah.
By the time it came to the last movie, I was done. I was ready to go.
Yeah. Me too.
Um,
My team, URTV teams, they're well represented, won several awards.
Uh-huh.
You know, like Kurt's team won an award. People's Choice Award was it?
is that what it was? Audience participation.
and-
I don't remember what it's called.
Audience participation. Yeah.
Audience participation.
Participation.
Ursula's group got costumes
Ursula's-
and writing.
Writing, screenplay,
Yeah,
a
some
screenplay,
cookies while I make
and
some
my group won the best actor.
That's the
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Yeah. So, well, did really well.
Okay.
You almost did a Matt Howard.
I can't do Matt
That's-
Howard. Nobody can do Matt Howard except for Matt Howard.
Jonathan does it pretty well.
He goes, this is what I think. What do you think about that?
What I wanted to ask you is, when he has his live show and he picks up the phone, did you really just sit there and laugh one time, or do you do it every
Hey,
time?
come on in.
I just sat there and laughed one time.
So he must use it over and over and over again.
He does?
Well, either that or I'm watching the same show over and over again.
That can happen around here.
Which
you
is
know.
possible, yeah.
Yeah, particularly around here.
Good. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I just saw Ben over to get some snack.
Yeah, I just saw Ben too. I brought the episode for tonight's episode for Mountain Dungeon.
I'm ready to record.
Mountain Dungeon tonight. Asheville's underground music television show, 11 o'clock tonight, and it's going to be the band Birds on the Ground.
And
Do me a
immediate.
favor, right now while you're sitting here, you have a cell phone, don't you?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Give Matt Howard,
call.
not Matt Howard, Ben a buzz. You were just there. Give Ben a buzz and make sure that he got the stuff, the show we just shot. I took it home and made a DVD and called
Okay.
to make sure that he has indeed received the tape of the DVD. In case he hasn't, so we can start figuring out why. Because he wasn't there and I left it at work for him.
Okay. He had to do jury duty this week.
Yeah, that's why he went
The whole week?
So I made it downtown and finally saw Octopus's Garden.
Hey Ben, you're live on the air. The Mad Tea Party or whatever. Mad Scientist Tea.
Actually, it's a cool.
Yeah, it's John Blackwell wants to know if you got that DVD.
When you take it.
He did.
Sent it away.
He did. Cool.
We'll make sure he had it.
So we just want to make sure you got it and all that. So just that's it. So you want to say anything to Asheville or anything like that? Let me put you on speakerphone so I can say it. Okay, all right. I'll talk to you later then. Okay, bye. He's like,
Said, hey,
I'm busy. I don't want to do anything.
Well, he is at
Yeah.
work.
He is at work.
A little unfair of us to
Yeah.
hold him up too much work. Okay. And here I just thought he goofed off all the time. Oh no.
He prints T-shirts all day long. And
No. Just in case his boss is listening.
yeah, totally.
We're glad you watched the Tea Party.
Just in case Mike is watching. Yeah.
Right. Would you like? Never mind. Let's see. Oh boy, I'm running a little behind. So y'all go ahead. Any of you can sit in my chair and be the host for a while if you wanted to.
So were you there last night?
last night?
48-hour film festival thing?
I was actually at work, but you went.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I filmed it, but that huge door they keep opening,
Yeah.
they kept knocking me into the wall, so.
Hey,
Come
are you
in.
gonna come?
I was gonna plug in my hard drive. I was just
Go
looking
plug in your
at
hard drive and come back and get a seat. Yeah, I'll do all that.
Ooh, I like that.
What are these things?
I don't know if I like them because they're rolly.
Yeah, try some of the cookies.
They're rolly.
Rolly. You want one? You
I
will.
got a headache from sun exposure.
That's why I work at night.
Well, get
Make a whistle of it.
up. Cookie spray. So what are you doing for 4th of July?
Might go to a picnic. So either that or go on a photo shoot. So for sure, photos of the Ray or something like
I think I was saying there's a show at
that. Of who?
I know the Chops was one of them.
Chops?
The guys that played at Jellyfish.
Yeah. Guys were on the Mount Dungeon. And what about Tony Wayne and the Pain?
There'll be 3 bands.
His
I
band?
remember the Chops.
His band? No. No.
No, I think he's just going to hang out tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah. So,
Things going on downtown.
yeah, there's probably gonna be a ton of people downtown. I don't know if I want to go downtown tomorrow or not. So just
Might be
because of
scary.
that. Yeah, I was there a couple of years ago and it was just like too many people. It was like everybody waiting around for these fireworks to go off and then, you know, you're
Pretty
waiting
much sit anywhere too. I mean, they're
Like-
probably sit on the rooftops.
like that and, you know, tons of people.
Band
Real D. 3D
Oh,
glasses?
3D glasses, yeah.
What?
They're 3D
position.
glasses.
Really deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see it in 3D now?
If there's something 3D-ish, yeah. Like right now, I can see how fuzzy the TV is
In 3D?
in 3D. It's sort of not,
Wow.
yeah.
Is it special?
Oh, it's so special.
Is there anything new in the Beatles
Yes,
universe?
yes. If you listen to BBC4 on the internet, you will catch some new lost footage that BBC had in a can in a garage.
Wow.
In a garage.
Garage.
40 years or something?
40 years. It was just John and Paul explaining how they met at the Wilton Fair, and you know that they had a friend named Ivan that was a mutual friend of theirs that
Yeah.
introduced each other, and what they plan on doing in the future, and how they're pretty sure their music wouldn't last any longer than 3 years, but and this is
years,
all recorded audio
40
on
years.
film.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah, it's audio on film, and this is
But
one
the film
can.
exists
Yeah,
because they were
it's-
showing it
we've
to
seen
Paul,
it.
weren't they?
It's not anything we haven't seen,
Yeah.
but it's still pristine. And this is one can of 62 or 63 that they found. So they haven't told us what little gems they found and all the other stuff. So.
Wow.
And these have been put away ever since, you know, a lot of these were like cutting room. They just didn't know what to do with
Yeah.
most of the footage. They had so much that they were doing at BBC
Wow.
way back, so there's a lot
So-
of that stuff. Plus, there's a new Beatles song coming out. Hopefully, it comes out before the end of the year.
New
What
Beatles
is it?
song?
What is
It's
You know
not
what it
brand
is.
new. Yeah, it's Now and Then.
Now and then they were.
Now and Then. It's the fourth song that they were actually working on. We're doing the anthology during '95.
Really?
And so George's part was already done, and Ringo had already done his part. Paul had played some things. He's not really satisfied
So what did
with
they
it. They're
redo
fixing
that
it.
when they were doing like Real Love?
Yep,
Free
Free as a Bird and all that. Yeah.
Oh, cool. So this
Yeah.
came out
So
10
it's
years
still one
later.
more. So it's still one more song, and then there's Donnie Harrison
Yeah.
has a new group called
The new
No New Two.
The new number
The
2.
no- the
Yeah,
no-
they're really good.
that's
I
it.
like them.
Are
And
they?
they're really? Yeah.
Are they really good?
Really
Yeah.
good. Yeah. He looks like George.
Can you just buy them at like the stores, or are they at like underground shops?
Well, CD Baby I know is one of the places. I'm not sure about at stores yet. I'm sure there's underground stores you can get.
Probably be like a Newbury Comics trip.
Yeah,
Well, he played it as Daddy's.
the concert for George.
Yeah, the
was
concert
That
for
was
George.
sad. That was so sad. I mean,
What did he play? He played on. I'm sure a number of things, but
You get the sitar?
he
among,
didn't play sitar.
among other, didn't he play "While My Guitar Gently
He
Weeps"
played
with
through
Clapton?
every song. He played through every song on stage.
Yeah, you stayed
Yeah.
on stage.
Including the
so-
Inner Light and all the eclectic stuff they did. They didn't do everything that I really wanted them to do, but you know, there's only so much they can cram into
Yeah.
Mhm.
a few moments. I mean, it must have been such an emotionally charged show.
Oh yeah, sure,
You know, I
of
mean,
course. But
And of course, that was Billy Preston's last show, I think.
is that
also.
true? Was
Really?
that
I think so.
Billy's last performance?
I don't know if it was the very last or one of those last of the
Ones that are
tributes.
filmed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that. Like, and the next thing I'm hearing is Billy
Well,
Preston's dead
just
now.
so
You know.
Yeah.
It's-
Ringo's he's got a birthday coming up on the 7th, and he's got some special stuff going. Peace and love at noon,
Peace and love.
wherever
Peace
you
and
are.
love. Peace and
Wherever you are, at noon on
Wherever
July
you
7th,
are.
you're supposed to say peace and love, and it'll be
Peace and love,
Ringo. Yeah.
July 7th, is that his birthday?
Yes, it is.
July
July
7th.
7th. We're
Okay.
gonna have a special
got a
Easter
hole
in
in my
Chicago, I
pocket.
think.
July 7th. Happy
You know where that
birthday,
comes
Ringo
from.
Starr. Peace and love.
Wasn't that Yellow Submarine?
Yeah, totally.
Got a
I
hole
love
in my
that
pocket.
I've got a hole in me
What was
pocket.
that?
I've got a hole in my pocket.
Was it,
It
was
is.
it magical? No. Which one was the one where they all went into different houses along the street and then they all ended up in the same
Help.
room?
I
Hell,
know.
yeah,
That is
that was
awesome.
awesome.
And I love how they call each other. Like I think John gets down. One of them gets down on the floor and starts calling everybody to wake them all up, and they're all ticked off about it.
There's
I love
one
that
scene where Paul accidentally takes the drug to make Ringo shrink, and he
Yeah.
shrinks,
And then he's running around.
and around he's
the-
like in a
the
teapot.
shoe.
And all.
That's
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy.
They found some extra footage from Magical Mystery Tour also.
No way.
Yeah, there were
No
a
doubt.
bunch of people that were
I'd say
staying at
no
the
doubt.
hotel.
Come
that
on
they were
in.
doing their
Just
shower
Come on
banger
in.
at.
Oh, you
Yeah.
come into tea?
Well, I could stay a minute or two. The only problem is I want a cookie if I sit in.
Well, here you go. I've got some of my special cookies here today. Pass those over there.
Special cookies
And,
for Don.
and let me get up and keep making the tea. making the tea.
Don't worry about tea. Don't worry about tea.
And everybody share microphones with the people around you.
Well, I'm just going to eat a cookie. You want to hear me crunching for that microphone.
don't care.
Crunch.
I was on the way out to
Go ahead and crunch.
Burnsville
Are
or
you
something
coming
like
to tea?
that yesterday, and I saw a big sign that says Don.
Oh,
Yelton.
okay.
Yes, that's Jupiter Road.
I was going to
Yeah,
say you have to
totally.
get a chair.
Right there.
I'm gonna try and finish my work.
Do you remember what it said at the top of the sign?
Don Yelton. I don't
It
know.
said, want somebody different.
Oh, okay.
Try one
Want somebody
those.
different?
Those are really good, but they're all good.
Yeah.
Yes, I can tell by looking at those. Now, those are all good.
Good cookies.
Miss- They're all good.
Thank you.
So new footage from Miss Magical
Magical
Mystery
Mystery Tour. Yeah, there were people
Here,
that were
got some tea.
staying at the hotel. That they were all nobody knew that they were coming around. It was just all booked at the last minute. And yeah, there's all kinds of neat stuff. You know, all Super 8. I believe none of it has sound.
Okay, that's cool.
You know, so it's got like Julian going on the bus because you know he's in
Really?
the movie, and Sharon Tate was there.
Sharon
Tate
Tate.
was there.
And
She's
you
on the
got-
bus.
Ironically, was killed by Helter Skelter, Mr. Charles Manson.
Great.
Wow, that's
You know, the
crazy.
thing is, poor Charlie. He didn't really kill anybody. He just told everybody what to do.
Well, I
Charlie
saw
was-
a really good documentary on him, In the Mind of Manson. I think it was on CNN about a week or two back. It was actually really good because they were going over his not his interview in the 80s. And they were kind of breaking it down and analyzing all his mannerisms and things he was saying. And he had some
He's
things.
mental.
He actually ticked off the news reporter because he's like, well, as long as we're being honest, I need to tell you you're about 30 pounds overweight. And she was like, yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was awesome.
Well,
He's like, now I gotta go to the bathroom. More explicitly, but that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
It was really funny. He's like, well, we're being honest. I'm going to the bathroom too. Oh yeah, he was brutal.
indeed.
But yeah, he broke down the whole story about the Beach Boys and everything, and he was just really bummed that he couldn't get a record.
Oh, his
I think he
record
did
is
kill
out there though. He's got two
Well,
LPs that are out
he
there.
wanted
Tell us
to-
what's the story about the Beach Boys?
Oh, that's
He took over the Beach Boys, Charles Manson.
sort of yeah.
It took him over.
He did.
Yeah.
So Charles Manson was the reason the Beach Boys
Well,
went crazy.
he infiltrated Dennis Wilson's house.
While Dennis was home.
Oh, well, he was trying not to be home because he realized who they were after a while. It's a deep story because it goes way back to even the Doris Day's son. And,
Oh, my God.
And the day that
Doris Day.
Doris Day's son, yeah. He was producer of Grand Funk Railroad. And don't forget, now Charlie Manson also tried out for the Monkees.
No way.
This way.
So being the Peter, Mike,
Yeah.
Charlie, and Dave. The crazy monkey.
Crazy Chuck.
They could have called them the Mansons instead of the Monkees.
Hey, we're the Mansons.
You know, it's a shame he didn't make it because then Marilyn Manson wouldn't have had anything to work with.
And Marilyn would call him Marilyn Monkey.
So what's on your mind, Mr. Yelton? Anything?
Well, I was just listening to what they were talking about, and I was thinking about what's been going on down in Durham
What's going on in Durham?
with satanic worship.
Satanic worship.
Oh, it's making a comeback, is it?
Or it's making a real comeback because there's some folks down there who are heavily involved in a political party, and so that we won't be political, we'll just leave that name out of it. But they had a couple come to them and want to seek information about satanic worship, and they put them in a dog crate and started beating the guy with a cane, and then this woman of the couple watched her husband rape the wife of the couple that was there, and they put him in the dog cage, didn't feed him food or anything, and they've been arrested for that. And then another person came and stepped forward and said she was involved in it because they knew once some ties got brought out that, you know, he was going to come out anyway. And so, you know, I think of that, and I think what happened out in Waynesville with the dungeon.
Oh, not Mount Dungeon.
Not Mount Dungeon, but the dungeon in Waynesville.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about Manson, you know. Was he just frustrated, and that's the reason he turned to what he was turning to, because
he was brought up
couldn't
in the
express
system.
himself?
Yeah, he got lost in the system like right after he was born. You know, he had been abandoned and he'd taken over by the state, and then he was in juvenile for.
Yeah,
you know,
just grew
it
up
was
in a
basically
broken home
he
situation.
can't survive not being in jail. I mean, he's got the best. I mean, he knows it. And if you let him go right now, he'd say, "No, I don't want to go. I'm safer here. I like it here. This is home."
yeah,
He's got
he went
food.
out
He's got
to
people taking care of him. He's not.
He's been institutionalized
Yeah,
now.
all his most of his life. The only time he was really free was when he did have his communes and when he was running around, you know, trying to get noticed.
That's like
way back, but
last year the
That's the
Andersonville
key,
Times
trying to
News.
get noticed.
trying to get noticed.
I mean,
But he didn't have to try too hard. I mean, he knew all the right people.
well, why do you have to try to get noticed?
Okay, well now,
He wanted to leave his mark.
now the deal you're talking about, the Waynesville, the dungeon, is that was that slave master Rick and the castration
Yeah,
stuff going on out
yeah.
there in Waynesville? Yeah, I was at a party with him, and he brought some kind of a casserole dish, and everybody goes, "Don't eat the casserole, don't eat the casserole," and but
You know what mountain oysters are?
but did you hear whatever came of that case?
No, it's
He-
like everything else. It just kind of
just-
gets.
Yeah,
Fades away.
well,
It
he got
fades away.
he got off. He got off because nobody had the balls to testify against him.
There we go.
That's right. That's right.
Well, now, did you eat the casserole?
I tasted it just a little
You can never go back.
before people told me not to eat it. It wasn't particularly good. I didn't like it.
But let's go back to that question. I mean, what do you think? Why do people have to be noticed?
Well, because you only have so much time here.
You want your
A lot of
15
people just
seconds
don't
of
pay
fame.
That's what we're here for.
You want your 15 seconds of fame.
Of fame.
What is fame?
Fame.
It's being on URTV.
Yes, that's right.
That's right.
Yes.
It's like
That's why some
we're having
people
our
get
15
TV
seconds of
shows.
fame right here.
We're having it right now then, without reaching
That's
out.
right.
Well, maybe that's what Charlie Manson needed was his own show.
Yeah, I just need a URTV. Take his frustrations out. You know?
Well, I think people have got to learn to be happy with themselves first.
Well, that's the problem is that some people just get brought up in a bad home situation.
Well,
and then they're always wanting attention from something, and it actually just
Vibrates a little.
gets worse and worse.
well, let's talk about bad home situation, and let's talk about my dad.
Is he ready?
He was 13 years old,
Is it ready?
and he came home.
This is
and his
getting
daddy had
close.
Killed his dog.
I think I'd count to 23 and show it
So
show
at
it the
13,
elements on the
your dog
chart.
got killed, you know, you definitely object to that.
Right.
So he and his dad got in a fight, and his dad threw him out of the house, and he couldn't come back home. At 13. Now, in today's world, what would happen to that?
Well, DSS will come by and it'll be all over with.
DSS would come by and take him and put him into some home somewhere where he would learn how to be like Charles Manson, and then put his old man in jail, which would become a ward of the state. And here the state is having to keep this up. Well, my dad went to a logging camp and worked to have a place to live. So I think sometimes what we're doing, and I think you said it, he's happy in jail right now. I think sometimes what we're doing today is actually creating an environment that is conducive to letting someone survive with whacked out ideas that really and truthfully can't survive as a culture.
Right.
And it seems we never have that discussion. See, I'll look at you and you got tattoos and so I won't talk to you. You know, we don't have that discussion because even Charles Manson probably wanted to live, but we don't have that discussion.
Right.
And I heard this morning on Montel, he had a girl who was 17 years old who was impregnated by a 14-year-old boy. And, you know, everybody in the audience went,
Now, she was how old?
She was 17,
Oh, okay.
and she had a 14-year-old stud.
Okay.
And everybody went, Well, Montel just looked right in the TV and he said, hey, wake up, folks. It's going on everywhere. It's happening right here in Buncombe County. You got sex clubs in school where you have to have oral sex to be a member of the club. And then they put a little statistic on the screen.
Do you get a bumper sticker?
What? If you have sex in the club? You probably do. Either that or put up.
To drive you, but you get the bumper sticker.
I've got the bumper sticker. Don't have the car yet.
You know what we need to do? What we need to do is we need to find out what the bumper sticker is, so we can start selling them.
Right. You can say, see.
Go undercover at the school.
I'm proud of my child at so and so school. You know,
She's a member of the club.
Oral sex club at so and so school.
But you know,
she's number one.
That is happening, and whether we face it or not, it is.
So now that it's summer break, does that mean that the club doesn't exist until September?
Well, I guess they get a break in action. They get a break in action.
Well, and what school has this now? Here in Buncombe County, you say?
Some of the schools here in Buncombe County.
Some of the schools,
yeah.
I
didn't mention the name because see, if there's any parent watching, and it's their kid's school, they're gonna say. When their kid comes home, they're gonna say, "You having oral sex?" That's gonna really turn
I'm trying to
off.
get the kid on the show, the one that they took his pirate garb away from him and stuff like that, and he said it was his religion.
He's walking around like a pirate.
His religious thing. He said he that he worshipped the fly. He worshipped the flying spaghetti monster, and that he was a Pastafarian, and I need to I want to invite him. I want to invite him on the. I want to invite all Pastafarians on the.
I'm a Pastafarian.
On the tea party. Those that worship the flying spaghetti monster are invited on the tea party. So I don't know. I don't remember this kid's name or what. They probably moved out of the state since that happened. But if they didn't, if they're still around,
well, how's that tea?
Come get your 15 seconds of fame.
Is it any good?
Give him some tea.
Just a little sip.
Oh no, give him a cup. This is good. This is good. You'll want a cup of tea.
That's enough right there.
And if you can pour me some,
yes.
As long as we can make you pour things, and I bet somebody else would.
Hey, you get to be the tea pourer.
When you sit it down, I'll pour some more.
Hey, maybe you ought to do that. That's an award. You get to be the tea pourer. That's an award.
All right.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you. You're welcome.
It's probably a little hot. Do you want a sweetener or anything? Do you take any sweeteners or sugar?
That's good.
That's good.
I'll take it straight.
Okay. No, I won't serve you nasty tea. I'll try
If you're gonna put sweetener, the best thing to do is the honey.
There's some honey there.
There's honey right there.
If you put it in it, but you can drink the honey anyway. Just. I understand the honey won't spoil.
Apparently not, like peanut butter.
Yeah, it won't.
Is that true? Will peanut butter not spoil?
Yeah, it'll start. Peanut butter will start to just the oil will
Oil
come
will
up
rise
to
to
the
the top.
surface. But other than that, I think you give it a good stir and it's still pretty good.
It's good
Smell
for the
it
next
first.
1,000 years.
Smell it first. But you're
Yeah,
not a peanut
if it
butter
don't
person.
stink, and if it don't stink, you can eat it.
If it don't smell
It's
like mold, yeah.
good for the next 1,000 years.
It's true though, if the world was gonna, something's gonna happen,
stuff.
get your shelter
Some
down.
archaeologists 1,000 years from now will be
Peanut butter.
digging
More
around
stuff
here.
that
and-
lasts
live
for
on peanut
longer.
butter for a long
Peanut
time.
butter.
Let me go get some
Or what
cream.
is this?
You get your protein
Thumbs
and
up.
your sugar.
Smells good.
You know, peanut butter tea.
Peanut butter tea.
We're running him out a lot. He's popping up and down like a jack in the box today.
Yeah.
Does he do that all the time?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
He runs around.
I bet that's
So-
a good little cookie right there. Look at that.
When's the next thing you're gonna be doing? I mean, like the runoff. When's that?
The general election, the primary,
Uh-huh.
is what we had. The general election
Okay.
is November the 4th.
Okay. I should know that, November 4th. That's when
Everybody's
goes.
lying low right now.
Taking a break.
Monday show, your Monday